So now I invite ICMOS to present the nomination of Kokher archaeological site ancient of Bingabora or Orosho, Gargia, Cambodia. But before I give the floor to the Secretariat, Mr. Balsamo, you may have the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairperson. Concerning the evaluation of this nomination, we received a factual error notification, which is on page 43 of both English and French version of document in faith before. And in this notification, there is a very small correction that has also an impact on the text of the statement of OUV, and this correction has been already integrated in the version that the Secretariat has. Thank you.
This is the presentation of the ICMOS evaluation of Kokher, archaeological site of ancient Lingapura, or Chok Gardia, Cambodia. The ICMOS report can be found in document inf.8b1 on page 44 of the English version and page 59 of the French version. On this evaluation, ICMOS has received a letter on factual errors and has acknowledged some of these errors. Next slide. Located between the Dangrek and the Kulin mountain ranges on a gently sloping hill, some 80 kilometers northeast of Angkor, the nominated property is a sacred urban ensemble consisting of numerous temples and sanctuaries, with associated sculptures, inscriptions, and wall paintings, archaeological remains, and hydraulic structures. Constructed in a single phase over a 23-year period, it was one of two rival Khmer Empire capitals, the other being Angkor, that coexisted between 921 and 928 CE, and was the sole capital until 944 CE, after which the empire's capital moved back to Angkor. Believed to be laid out on the basis of ancient India religious concepts of the universe, the city demonstrated unconventional city planning, architectural features, artistic expression known as Kokher style, and construction technology, notably the use of very large monolithic blocks. The comparative analysis successfully demonstrates that although Kokher was short-lived as a capital, and thus acted only as an interlude in Khmer history, its innovations had a profound and lasting influence on urban construction and artistic expression in Southeast Asia. The nominated property demonstrates criteria 2 and 4. Next slide. The nominated property comprises 30 temples and sanctuaries, 30 archaeological remains such as palace remains, platforms and pedestals, boundary stones, quarry sites, and artifacts, and 9 hydraulic structures, including artificial ponds and embankments. All the attributes are within the property area. The requirements for authenticity and integrity have been met. The boundaries of the nominated property and buffer zones are adequate. Next slide. The legal protection and management system of the property are satisfactory. The current visitor management and community involvement are adequate, although a heritage impact assessment should be made for the proposed visitor center complex before the project is commenced. Capacity building has been successful through extensive international collaborations. It is recommended strengthening the capacity of the staff for the long-term protection, conservation, and management to be kept as a top priority of the state party. Next slide. Here is a summary of the ICMO's evaluation of the proposed outstanding universal value of the nominated property. Next slide. To conclude, ICMOS recommends that Kokher archaeological site of ancient Lingapura or Chok Gajia, Cambodia, be inscribed on the World Heritage List on the basis of criterion 2 and 4, and has included a number of further recommendations in the draft decision to aid the long-term conservation of the property. Next slide. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much. And I'd like to know if there are any interventions from the floor, or we proceed to adopt the draft decision 45Com 8B.8. But before doing so, I'd like to ask the rapporteur if she has received any amendments on the draft decision proposed.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We have received no amendments for the draft decision 45Com 8B.8.
Thank you very much. And therefore, I declare draft decision 45Com 8B.8 adopted. Congratulations to the State of Cambodia. And on behalf of the entire committee, Cambodia, you may have the floor.
Mr. Chairman of the committee, Director of the World Heritage Center, honorable colleagues, from the outset, I should like to extend my thanks for all of the efforts deployed by the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia in organizing this session of the committee. And dear colleagues, we are very satisfied to see that this property is now on the World Heritage List. It is larger than Angkor, and throughout its long history, that's from the 12th century onwards, it has stood out as an impressive site, as the former capital of the Khmer Empire. It also stood out as this is yet one more historical moment in its millennia-long history. We are fully confident, we're fully cognizant of the recommendations put forward for the recommendation, and the short-term and medium-term recommendations shall be duly implemented. On behalf of Cambodia and its people, we would like to confirm our commitment to implementing in the very best conditions your most welcome recommendations. We would like to cordially invite all of you to visit this outstanding site, and from regionally and locally, the people are very committed to safeguarding this outstanding site. Please rest assured that the preservation of Kokher is assured. We wanted to thank the CEC for all of its support in drafting the safeguarding and preservation measures required. We think that the CEC is also going to lend valuable support going forward, and we wanted to extend once again our thanks to the World Heritage Committee. And once again, I'd like to invite you all to enjoy the delights of this World Heritage site. Thank you very much.
Congratulations again. Mike. So as we are advancing in our schedule, and we are moving a little bit fast. So before we move to the second proposed item, which